Hello traders, good afternoon. We are today on the 10th of March 2022. It's Thursday afternoon, 16 minutes past 3 p.m. Just 14 minutes for the markets to close, and I thought that I should try and make these videos a little early, and why not towards the closure of the day's trade. And so it's just an attempt. Do let me know your thoughts. I would try to reach out to you these videos and my views as early as possible. That's the main idea. So the Nifty just clearly extended its move further up in today's trade. Yesterday I was talking about the fact that it may come down a little bit towards that psychological 16K, 16,100. We will see whether it happens or not. So nothing of that sort at all from the index. It just gapped up today morning, straight away a gap up, and then kind of slowed down towards the afternoon, and now it's bouncing back again towards a pretty decent close. Momentum is fairly strong, there's no doubt about it. And so the index is not in any kind of mood to slow down itself. So let's take a look at the behavior of volumes. So if we extend this volume profile which we drew yesterday, let's take a look how it has played out. We can see some clear signs of distribution playing out here. We've got some pretty decent high volumes, relatively high volumes happening right at the highest point of today's trade, which clearly suggests and reflects that there is some redistribution happening at close to that 16,800. A quick look at the 16,800, 900, 17K calls will give you some understanding whether call writings are happening at that kind of levels or not. But this move is fairly impressive. As of now, it's fairly impressive in terms of percentages on a low to high basis. We are looking at a gain of around close to 7% in 9 bars on the 75-minute time frame. Do we have a short-term trend reversal? On the verge of it, yes. We can see how beautiful the moving averages have started to roll up. They have all sloped up and they're holding well. If you pay a little bit more attention to this particular volume profile, then you will notice that in this particular range, let me use this, in this particular range, the volumes are also fairly high. Over here, the volumes are fairly high, and this is around a little above that 16,200, that is 250, and around 16,050. So this zone should ideally work as a short-term support for the index when it decides to come down before the next leg up. So all eyes on that, on the downside, all eyes close to that 16,200 going forward, and on the upside we have this level marked, which is 16,800 all the way up till 17K. On the daily time frame, we have a pretty decent, let me refresh this chart. On the daily time frame, we have a pretty decent vertical kind of a bounce back from the index, coming in close to the 16,800. You can see clearly 16,800 was a support here, a resistance here, and so it should ideally work as a pretty decent, let me mark it for you, pretty decent, there you go, a resistance going forward. If it slows down, 16,200 should hold. We have the psychological 16,000 as well to work with, but so far so good. In fact, better than so far so good. The index has bounced back well. All the sectoral indices barring the IT, that's completely okay, because IT was the one which moved the first, you can see, and it is time that the IT stocks cool off. Yesterday we spoke about the metals, we spoke about Tata Steel, Hindalco and those likes, which should bounce back, and there you go, the CNX metal has given us that bounce back. We'll come back to the sectors, but I'll quickly finish my take on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. So Nifty 3-day bounce back, one more day to go tomorrow for the week. I think it will try its best to sustain above that 16,200 mark. If it does, that's a very good sign for the short-term bounce back, and in that case 16,800, 17K is a possibility. If it breaks below 16,200 and hovers close to that 16K mark, there's still a possibility, but below 16K I think we will probably, very likely, will slip back into a negative sentiment market. As of now, for tomorrow and maybe for Monday, if the index just sustains above 16,200, 16,300, that's more than enough. We will get opportunities in stocks here and there on the long side. Bank Nifty is participating well. It is, in fact, the biggest sectoral gainer, and I like the way it has bounced and come close to its moving averages right here. Now, this is, when I generally take a look at these charts, you'll notice that the first leg is generally little sharp because it's got some degree of short covering in it. Then it tends to slow down. And the next leg up, this is the leg which gives you the maximum movement. And so for a trader, this movement, and then this is the first correction after the movement. If this stabilizes, and if we get a revival which takes the index above this, then significant upsides open up. So this will be a very interesting time ahead for the Indian market, especially Bank Nifty. Sectoral stocks now, all of them are doing fairly good. IT is the only one which is slowing down. If we take a look at the top stocks, you will notice that except TCS, most of them are doing good. And if we sort them, there you go. Hindustan Unilever has given an impressive move in today's trade, a big gap up, and then closing in that 2100 mark. This is a typical V kind of a move, which is very difficult to catch. And then you have Tata Steel, as we were mentioning yesterday. I'm closely looking at a stock, Apollo Hospital. I would like to spend some time on this and walk you through what the stock is trying to do. So what I find in this particular chart is recently, when the market's been coming down, this stock has been holding itself well. Well, it went through a correction much before the market's correction. I can understand. It gave this bounce back. This is the first correction after the bounce back. The moving averages have been holding pretty well. So it's in a nascent short-term uptrend, and it is holding on to its uptrend. Any kind of move above today's high, let me take a look at these levels closely. If you take a look at the 75-minute time frame, you will notice that it has moved into an uptrend, and any movement close to that 4800 to 4820 will give us a breakout, will give us some fresh leg up. If at all that happens, then I expect a movement coming in from Apollo Hospital. From the pharma, you can take a closer look at Dr. Reddy also. This is the first leg up, as I was mentioning, and now it's slowing down. You can see how well it has come close to the moving averages and kind of holding itself there. Will it bounce back? That's my question mark. But between Apollo Hospital and Dr. Reddy, Apollo Hospital is no doubt is far superior in terms of the chart. So that's one stock that I'm eyeing for tomorrow, for the next few trading sessions coming up. I sense that this stock has the potential to go towards that psychological 5K mark. Amongst the large caps, the stocks which is there on the right hand side pane, I will wait out a little bit because most of them have moved up very sharp. State Bank of India, Reliance Industries, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, they've moved up pretty sharp now. ITC also has been doing pretty good. That's strange, but yes. So these stocks, I'll wait out a little bit. I'll see how it manages to hold on to this kind of a phenomenon or not. You will find this across most of the short-term charts. You will realize that the markets and the stocks have given one move up. That's the first bounce back. And now they probably have given you the first correction after the bounce back. Now the biggest question is whether it will have the strength to break the previous swing high and go further up, or fizzle down. Go with the stocks where the long-term charts are stronger, like the daily charts are stronger. If you're looking at hourly charts or 75-minute charts, look for them where the daily charts are stronger. And where the daily charts are not stronger, are in a downtrend, I think it makes sense to wait out a little bit. But strategically, not the best time to pile up trades. Let's see whether the markets manages to sustain. The bounce back is impressive, and if it sustains, we will get quite a few long opportunities going ahead. All right, do let me know if this change of timing, doing it towards the close of the market, helps you or not. And if you have any suggestions, also do let me know in your comments. I will definitely take a look at it. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Trade well and trade wise.